All right. Ms. Henderson, do you want to read question number 1 for us, please?
Grass clippings are placed in a bin where they decompose for 0 to 30. The amount of grass clippings remaining in the bin modeled by A of T is 6.687.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Where A of T is measured in pounds and T is measured in days.
Perfect. Stop. Do you understand what's going on, guys? So the first thing I would do, I prefer free response questions with calculators. The multiple choice is the one that I would do with Desmos. So I would type this into Y1 for them because I'm probably going to manipulate it over and over again. So take your calculator. Oh, that's my calculator. And I'm going to go to Y1 and I'm going to type in 6.687, 6.687 parenthesis. And then what do I have on the inside? 0.931. 0.931 raised to the power, is it just to the power t or is there something? Yeah. So raised to the power x. Before you push enter on anything, make sure that you have the correct expression, that you don't have any copy errors. Everything looks good. I don't see any issue. All right, I think we're okay. Let me go back to Y1. Or let me go back to this. It says, letter A. Find the average rate of change of A of t over the interval 0 to 30. Indicate units of measure. Ms. Vega, what do I do for this one? A of 30 minus A of 0 all over 30 minus 0. Do I got to show any arithmetic by hand? This is called a setup. Take your calculator. I would do this in the calculator, guys. I would go alpha y equals to have that little fraction thing so you don't ever mess up. Push enter. Oh, man. Second quit. Alpha y equals, enter. There it is. And then I go alpha trace y1, evaluated at 30, so put the 30 in there, minus alpha trace y1, plug in a 0, all over 30 minus 0, which is just 30, right? But I'm putting the 30 minus 0 anyways. And there it is. Negative 0.19. I already forgot. Can you guys hook me up with the other digits? 680. Give me more. 24. And they want units. What is the top? Pounds. LBS. You can also spell it out. Per day. Is that all they want? Okay. Chav, what about the other average? You could have, I don't know if I should bring this up or not. You guys tell me if I'm giving you guys too much, because there is such a thing as giving you guys too much information. Doesn't rate of change, or let me get rid of the average word. Doesn't rate of change means like the derivative? So you could have done average of A prime and it still would have worked out. So look, 0 to 30 of A prime of t dt. What's antiderivative of A prime? A, so you still would have gotten the same answer. A of 30 minus A of 0 over 30 minus 0. Am I giving you guys too much information, or do you guys like when we give you that? It might be too much. I don't know. I hope I'm not. You think it's too much? Okay. So, okay. You know what? If it's too much, delete it. Don't even write it. This is perfect, by the way. As a matter of fact, I don't think the rubric would have this. I haven't seen the rubric. I think this is just perfect. So yeah, maybe that was too much. So I'm gonna put. I'm gonna scratch it out. By the way, on any exam, if you scratch it out, is the reader gonna grade it? No. I recommend you do not erase. I recommend you just scratch out. Okay, ready for letter B. Find the value of A prime of 15. Use correct units. Interpret the meaning of the value in the context of the problem. Okay, all I got to do is go A prime of 15. You don't have to show anything by hand, guys. It is the calculator section. Just go to your calculator. I'm going to go math. Which one? Number 8. And then X. And then I'm going to put the A in there. Alpha trace Y1 at X equals what value? 15. Negative 0.1635 more digits. 905. And using correct units. Okay, so let me go ahead and put my units here. This is pounds per day. Pounds per day. And don't worry, in a little bit I'm going to write a sentence because they want to know that. Yeah, hit me. A of T is in pounds and time is in days. So this is the job. But letter A was in pounds per day also. Letter A is like the secant line, and letter B is like the tangent line, or the tangent slope. But does that make sense? So one's average, one's instantaneous. Man, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something. Oh, yes. You guys have a habit of doing this. Be careful. That's fine. That's fine. At t equals 15. But be careful with sometimes you guys do this. Does this look like calculator language to you? If it's calculator language, do you think they're going to give you the credit? No, do not use calculator language. Just say, look, they already wrote it here for you, a prime of 15. Just say a prime of 15 equals whatever it is. All right, let me write what this is. It is an instantaneous rate of change. So in the context of this problem, so let's see, grass clippings are placed in a bin. So grass clippings are, the amount of grass clippings remaining in the bin is modeled by where AFT is measured in pounds. Okay, so the amount of grass clippings in the bin, okay, the amount of grass clippings in the bin is decreasing by 0.1635905 pounds per day at t equals 15. T equals 15th day. Does that make sense to you guys? I have not looked at this rubric, and I have not looked at the rubric at all because I did not cut and paste it in here. What's going on, Delgado? Close the door, close the door. Letter C. Is that being read loud? I didn't know it was. I don't know, man. I guess I'm always loud. Sorry. Do I sound bad? YouTube, do you guys think I'm loud? Awesome. All right, letter C. Find the time for which the amount of grass clippings in the bin is equal to the average amount of grass clippings in the bin over the interval 0 to 30. Man, I should have put this one in the average everything. First, I'm going to find out what's the average amount of grass clippings. 1 over 30 minus 0, integral 0 to 30 of A of t. That's my average amount. Are we okay? Take your calculator. Alpha y equals, enter 1 over 30. And then I'm going to go math. What's the number 9? 0 to 30 of A of t. Alpha trace y1 and x. I got 2.7526. Is that what you guys got? Okay. 2.752, was it 26? Okay, I'm going to store that. Ooh, okay. I can't use the letter A because A already stands for something. So I'm going to store that to what letter in mine? B. I guess you don't have to tell them that. Maybe this is for you. So it's up to you if you want to. And it says, let me read it again. Find the time for which the amount of grass clippings in the bin is equal to the average amount of grass clippings. This is, okay, amount of grass clippings, A of t. Yeah, this is just for you, for the notes. A of t equals 2.7526, and then I give the time value that happens. So here it is. Here's my calculator. I'm going to go store alpha b. So there it is, 2.75. Does everyone know what I'm doing, by the way, guys? Yeah, just go slow. Leave it in Y1. Put alpha B in Y2. Remember, that's what letter A is. Letter A just tells you the amount of grass clippings, right? So I'm gonna push window. I'm gonna go 0 to 30. Chav, why are you doing 0 to 30? Because isn't that the interval for this function A of t? And then my Y min, I'm gonna put 0. My Y max, well, let's see, what was my 2.7? So I'm just gonna make it like 5 or 10 if you want. Push graph. There it is. At that moment, that's a time value where I have the average weight. Second, calculate which one? Number 5, right? Intersect. Yeah, I think you said that. You only have 2 functions in there. There it is. 12.41477. T equals 12.41477. Find the time t for which the amount of grass clippings in the bin is equal to the average amount of grass clippings in the bin over the interval 0 to 30. There it is, guys. Perfect. How do we feel? Ask me questions. Ask me, Rodriguez, because I want you to get all these points. Oh, okay. Sorry, miss. All right. That's not weird at all. Okay. Letter D. I saw that. For t greater than 30, L of t, the linear approximation to A at t equals 30, is a better model for the amount of grass clippings remaining in the bin. Use L of t to predict the time at which there will be 0.5 pounds of grass clippings remaining in the bin. Show the work that leads to your answer. Okay, let me read that again. I think I understood correctly. For t greater than 30, L of t, the linear approximation to A at t equals 30, is better model for the amount of grass clippings remaining in the bin. What do they want? What are they asking for? What type of line? Starts with the letter, it's linear. Starts with the letter T. What do we always get? They're asking for a tangent line. For a tangent line, I need two things. What do I need? Point and slope. So let me get my point. So let me put in here. This is for you. I would not actually write this on the actual exam. Asking for tangent line. And what are they calling that tangent line? L of t. That actually stands for a linearization. That's actually the preferred method, but that's fine. So here we go. Tangent line. I need a point. Linear approximation. L of t is the linear approximation at t equals 30 is a better model for the amount of grass clippings remaining in the bin. Use L of t to predict the time. Well, L of t, the linear approximation is tangent lines, right? Every time we find a tangent line, those are linear lines. Okay. We're still okay, guys? 30, comma. How do I find my y value? Plug it in into what? Into A. Yeah. Don't you already have A in your calculator? Just go alpha y equals, or y1, sorry, at 30. I guess you could also look at a table. There's my y value, 0.782927. 0.78, I already forgot it. 782927. All right, there it is. So here's my tangent line, y minus 0.782927. Oh, I haven't gotten my slope yet. A prime of 30. Take your calculator. You already have it in here. Math number, was it number 8? And x, and then type in alpha trace y1. And then at x equals what value? 30. Hopefully it's a pretty number. It's not a pretty number. Oh, well. Negative 0.05597. Negative 0.05597. Negative 0.05597. Parenthesis x minus 30. All right, here we go. I'm going to write, use L to predict the time, I'm sure there'll be 0.5 pounds of grass clippings. So I'm going to write it like this. L of t equals negative 0.05597 parenthesis, and I guess that's a t, but if you squint, that x looks like a t. X minus 30 plus 0.782927, and I'm going to equal that sucker, and I'll slow down. I'm going to equal this to 0.5. And I know that you better get a number bigger than 30 because it says for t greater than 30. So I take my calculator. You already have everything. Look, you know what? I'm going to store this. I'm going to put this as M, or what does the slope stand for? S. Alpha S. Say it again. Yeah, MX plus B, but I just S for the first letter so I don't get confused. I'm going to turn off Y1. Turn it off. You can say M. You can say M. I'm going to turn off Y2. I don't need it anymore. You can actually delete it. And I'm going to go slope, parenthesis, X minus 30, close, plus, oh, look, I already have Y1 there. I'm just going to go alpha trace Y1 at 30. Wait, Y1 at 30 was negative, right? No, it was positive. So there it is. I think I did everything correct. No? Okay. You guys don't like the Y1 at 30? Check it before you wreck it. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Yeah, when I move it to the other side, it turns to positive, right? 0.782. There it is. So I think I did everything correctly. I'm going to click on window. I'm going to change X-min to 30. And I don't know what the X max is. I don't know. What should we try like 60 first and see it? And then Y min, I only care about 0.5. So 0 to 2, 0 to 1, 1.5. There it is. So here it is. Graph. Oh, what happened? Oh, I didn't put 0.5. Silly me. 0.5. I didn't put 0.5. Okay, there we go. Because it wants to know when it's 0.5, right? 0.5 pounds? No? Yeah, 0.5. So there it is. What's the time? Do you guys know what I'm doing? Okay. Second, calculate number 5. I only have 2 curves there. Enter, enter, because you already stopped it. 35.05. Do they want whole numbers? Use LT to predict the time. Show the word that leads to your answer. Nope, they don't want whole numbers. T equals 35 point, what is it? 0, 5, 4, 3. 0, 5, 4, 3. 2 fourths. I did not put the rubric in here. What year was that? 2015? 2014. Yes. Let's check out the rubric really quick. Math 5, calculus. Don't worry, I'll go back to it. College Board, free response, AB, scoring guidelines, 2014. All right, here it is. Did we get a point for letter A? Negative 0.197 or 0.196 pounds per day? All right. Did we get a point for letter B for the correct answer? Negative 0.164. The amount of grass clippings in the bin is decreasing at a rate of 0.164 pounds per day at time t equals 15 days. Looks almost exactly. Letter C, A of t, 1 over 30, integral 0 to 30 of A of t dt. 12.415. Did we get that? All right, there it is. It was worth 2 points. A of 30, yeah, I'm not going to, I guess we kind of made it look like that on the calculator, but we didn't do that. Did we say A of 30 was 0.78 and A prime was 0.05? And did we get 35.054? There we go. We got them all, guys. You guys aren't excited? Are we getting better? Do you feel you're getting stronger? Faster? Okay. Stronger, faster. Okay, I'll stop. All right. All of these are contextual, and all of these you're going to need your calculator. I'm not saying that there won't be contextual questions with the non-calculator, but all of these have just been with a calculator. That's all. Don't worry. This is our last one that we'll talk together as a group, and then we'll give you guys a break, and you guys can do it. Let's see. Vega, do you want to read question 2? Yeah, that's fine. Between 0 and 8. You're good. Do you want the screen checker? It's in there somewhere. No, you're good. All right. Read letter A. Okay. Well, what was G? What did G stand for in the beginning? The rate at which unprocessed gravel arrives. So G prime of 5 equals, I would type that into your Y1. So take your calculator, Y1, and I'm going to clear everything. Clear. And hook me up with Y1 again. 90 plus 45 cos x squared over 18. How does it look? Let me see. Okay, let me make it look like that. So I'm going to use my alpha feature so we don't mess up. I mean, I know you only have one term, so it probably would have been fine. So alpha y equals, enter, x squared over 18. Okay, I got everything in there. There's my G, and I'm going to clear this. And they want G prime of 5, right? All right, so here we go. I'm just going to write math number 8, x, and then type in alpha trace y1 at x equals 5. Negative 24.5875. Negative 24.5875. And I need units. tons per hour because it was already a rate.
Explain that.
Yes. G of T is already a rate. On a certain workday, the rate in tons per hour. So this G of T is tons per hour, at which unprocessed gravel arrives at a gravel processing plant is modeled by G of T, where T is measured in hours. So this was already tons per hour.
Do you get the answer wrong if you do the arguments?
Or do the answer
Sometimes this is a point, and then the correct explanation with units is a point. So it just depends. I haven't looked at this rubric. What year? 2013. I wasn't grading yet. I didn't start grading these until 2018. So I don't have any notes on this one.
And do the hours don't cancel out, right?
No. Tons per hour. It's like keep, change, flip. It's tons per hour squared. What does it mean? The rate at which gravel is entering is decreasing by. Yep. The rate at which gravel is entering the plant, or I'm going to say that entering the plant at 5 hours. Yeah, I'm going to say that eventually. The rate at which gravel is entering the plant is decreasing at a rate of negative 24.5875 tons per hour at T equals 5 hours. There it is. Yes. Oh, I already put, yeah, that's like a double negative. I would have gotten it wrong. Take away the negative, guys. Because what does that even mean? Right? Yeah, take away the negative. Good job. Good catch. Good catch, Vega. Oh, sorry, miss. You're not entertained. Yeah. Oh, sorry, miss. Yeah, I'll make a note on my video. All right. Letter B. Find the total amount of unprocessed gravel that arrived at the plant during the hours of operation on this workday. Oh, okay. That just wants to know how many tons I have. How do I find that? Yeah, you're right. So tell me what I'm going to write. So tell me how do I say antiderivative? Integral from what to what? 0. Was it 0 to 8? Is that the whole plant? 0 to 8 of what? Of G of T. Find the total amount of unprocessed gravel. Okay, let me make sure that 500 is not part of it. No, that's what I'm making sure. On a certain workday, the rate in tons per hour which processed gravel arrives. No, they just want to know on the total amount of unprocessed gravel that arrives. They want to know how much has arrived. If they, I bet you they're going to want to know for one of these letters. Yeah, there it is. So they just want to know how much has arrived. Well, look at the rubric in a little bit, guys. So take your calculator. You already have it in Y1. Math number 9 from 0 to 8. Alpha trace Y1 and X. Does everyone know why we're not including the 500? Okay, because they just want to know what? How much has arrived? 825.551 tons. There it is. That's how much has arrived. What's up?
How would the question go if they were asking for 500?
Letter D. We're not there yet, though.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys ready? What's up?
So, like, would the 500 word metric, was it kind of like, do you think of that kind of like with a position?
Yeah, like there's already 500 in the building, and then this is how much has, and then this is how much has been added to it. Letter C. Oh, I think this is going to make us work maybe. Is the amount of unprocessed gravel at the plant increasing or decreasing at T equals 5 hours? Show that the work that leads to your answer. Okay, let me read that again. Is the amount of unprocessed gravel at the plant increasing or decreasing at T equals 5 hours? Oh, okay. I don't know. Are we going to use in tons per hour at which the unprocessed gravel arrives at a gravel processing plant is modeled by G of T. So unprocessed gravel, that's G, and they want to know, is the amount of G increasing or decreasing? So yeah, this is wrong. But good thing we're doing it now. What do they want? Yeah, don't worry, we're gonna look at the rubric right now to see if we're right or not. Look, I already had it already. Maybe that's why they wanted to find G prime of. Does the plant have anything coming out of it? It's just having coming in, and that's it? Oh, there it is. Okay, I just didn't understand the question. Guys, you got good. Gee, I should have read it. Sorry. Let's read it again real quick. On a certain workday, the rate in tons per hour which unprocessed gravel arrives at a gravel processing plant is modeled by G of T. So this is how much is arriving. This is how much is going in. So write the word in, where T is measured in hours between 0 and 8. At the beginning of the workday at T equals 0, the plant has 500 tons of unprocessed gravel. Look at this during the interval 0 to 8. The plant, the last line, that plant processes gravel at a constant rate of, that is how much is coming out. Okay, finally, so we were right from the whole time, Gonzaga. So it is not G prime of 5. It is how much is arriving minus how much is going out. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's my fault. I should have paid attention to the last line. Look, underline the last line, guys. How much is coming out? So you're going to go G of 5. That's how much is going in. Minus 100, which is how much is going out. Take your calculator. So there it is, G of 5. Look how close that is to 100. Minus 100. And that is negative 1.8. What is that? What is it? 1.859 tons per hour. So because my rate is negative, it is decreasing. Since G of 5 minus 100 is negative, comma, the plant, the unprocessed gravel at the plant, I'm just using the stem, the unprocessed gravel at the plant is decreasing at T equals 5. Does that make sense, Ms. Kyle? Does that make sense? Yeah, ask.
Why was it factored by 100 if it's 100 tons per hour?
It's always 100 tons per hour. G prime of 5, that's an hour. G prime at the 5th hour.
Yes, it shouldn't be minus 500 and we do it.
No, that's how much. If you multiply by 5, that's how much has gone out completely. I want the rate at that moment. At 5, what is my net rate? Okay, so I don't know. Do you guys think water is easier than gravel? Okay, yeah, babe. Okay, look, let's go slow. I need your reading for a little bit. Imagine I have a tank of water, a big tank, those barrels. Is it okay? If I have more water going in than out, is the amount of water increasing or decreasing? Increasing. If I have more water going out than in, is the amount of water in the barrel increasing or decreasing? That's the same with this. This is gravel's your water. If I have the amount of gravel going in and the rate of gravel going out, if the rate going in is bigger than the rate going out, the amount of gravel is going to increase. If the amount of gravel going out is more than the amount of gravel going in, the rate, then I'm gonna be decreasing. The same logic. Does that make sense? You okay, Phil? If you want to take a walk, you can. Hey, Kyle. Okay. Sorry. You guys okay? Did all that make sense? Okay, sorry. Letter D. Here you go, Morales. Here's the question that you had. Don't worry, guys. I know this is hard. I know. Sorry if you're sleep deprived. What is the maximum amount of unprocessed gravel at the plant during the hours of operation on this workday? Find your critical numbers. So here we go. I'm going to find where G of T minus 100 equals 0. And then I'm going to test my endpoints. So I'm going to go T. And I'm going to go amount. So I'm going to go 0 for sure. At 0, I have how much? They already gave it to me. 500. At 0, I have 500. Put 500. All right, here's my expression. Ready? I'm going to write amount equals 500 plus integral from 0 to 8 of g of t minus 100. Wait, hold on. There's the amount going out. Yeah, that's my integral. D of t minus the amount going in. Does that make sense? Okay, and just in case. This is the amount going in. This is the amount going out. So if I integrate this right here, that will give me my net, like how much I have. You could also have done it, in case you don't like it, integral of g of t minus 100 times x hours, like what you were saying earlier, 100 times 5. But that's only going to tell you how much went out. What's up? Oh, and I should put a t up there instead of 8. Let's get this. So take your calculator. I'm just going to go, I can actually also weaken it to a 100. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to close that one off. Is this my g of t right here? It is? Okay, g of t. I could have also put a 100 y2 and see where they intersect, but I already started it like this. So I'm going to put y1 minus 100. Do that. Window, I'm only looking between what and what? 0 and 8. So I better have some, I better cross it. Put negative 2 in there and put 2, or actually leave it like that. All right, here we go. Good job. I crossed it once. Oh, that's where I have my max. There it is. Oh, I know that I got to cross the x-axis, so I put negative 2 and 2. All right, second, calculate number. There's other ways. Left bound, 4, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right bound, move it until you see it. I guess you could also put like 7 or whatever. There it is, 4.92. That's my critical number. You don't have to show anything, guys. Just type in that happens at t equals 4.92, 92348. 92348. I'm going to store that to A. So there it is. I'm going to put A there. So here we go, guys. Second quit. Don't worry. I'm almost done. X store to A. There it is.
Chop, can you see your Y's?
My window.
No, your Y.
My Y's. Y1 minus 100. You don't have to do it that way, guys. You could have put 100 on Y2 and see where those intersect, but the logic I used was rate in minus rate out. And 8. All right, here we go. Check it out, Morales. I'm going to go 500 plus math 9, 0 to A of alpha trace Y2. Okay, that's the one that has my net rate X. 635.376. 635.376. And then try it again, but with 8. Obviously the A1, this is a max one. You just got to show that this is not a max. So here's your evidence. 525.551. Hey, Kyle. These are all tons. All right. When do I have the maximum? Max amount of 635. What is the maximum amount of unprocessed gravel? 635.376 tons at T equals 4.92348. This is the justify your answer. This table is your justification. You're showing a global max. I know that one was hard, guys. And I know if you're sleep deprived, it's hard to stay awake. I'm sorry, guys. Does my voice put you guys to sleep? No, no, for real. Like, tell me what I can do to make sure that you know what I should get? We should get standing desks. Standing desks? Yeah, standing desks I think are better. See, when I'm standing, I'm like super focused. Should we look at the rubric? What year was this? 2013. Let's look at the rubric. Don't worry, I'll come back, guys. I'll come back. 2013. Question number 1 or question number 2? Let's see. Number 1. Did we get the answer? Oh, look how they did letter C. I'm glad we did it differently. Did we get the answer for letter A? Yes. The rate at which gravel is arriving is decreasing by 24. Letter B. Did we get the answer for letter B? Yes. Look how they did letter C. I love it. I like ours better. Letter C, they said that the rate for going in is smaller than the rate that's going out. So because there's more going out than in, it's decreasing. That's how they did it. I like ours better though. What did we say? We said the same thing, right? We said the net rate. Let me see what we said. Since GF5 minus 100 is negative, the unprocessed gravel at the plant is decreasing. Yeah, I like ours better. I like ours better. That's all I'm going to say. And then letter D, yeah, that's going to look like that for all of them. You don't have to do it that way, but this is the best way. I want yours to look like this. I didn't call that A prime. I just called it GT minus the amount. I didn't say this. I just said, what did I say? I just said I want GFT minus 100 to be 0, which is what they have right there. GT minus 100 to be 0. I didn't call it A and then A prime. I guess I could have. And then there it is. We got all three. How do you guys feel? Okay, take a short break if you're tired. I want you guys to do this one as a group. At least do one today. What's up? It just wants to know when's the maximum amount of gravel that I have. So when do I have the maximum amount of gravel? I look. This is my net rate. You need to put that in your notes. Net rate, and I'm looking for my net rate is 0 as a possible candidate. And then when I look at my graph, when I looked at this graph here, look, if that's my net rate changed from positive to negative right at that moment. So I'm gonna have a max there. See, so I found my 0. I stored that into my letter. Maybe I shouldn't have used the letter A, but I stored it into a letter. And I shouldn't have used A because they used A. Well, there's a rubric I need, but there's no A anywhere. And then I just found how much I have. See, I found how much I have with my little formula here. 500, 0 to whatever that value is. You know what I mean?